Hey, what's up? It's your guy L Selector. I'm back at it again. Okay, so as you know, this is the post game for the Raptors right now. The Raptors just completed playing the Boston Celtics in Game 2. So I'm just going to be breaking down basically just key things that happened and whatnot. Currently, the Raptors are down in the series 0-2. So the Raptors are losing right now to the Boston Celtics, even though the Raptors are favored to go to the NBA championships. They are the past champions of the 2019 season, but right now it looks like the Raptors need to get their act together because possibly they may be packing their bags and going home pretty early. So basically for everyone, just to let them know that the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics are matched up right now. This is the first time in NBA history that the two teams have ever actually met in the playoffs or in any type of competition when it came to postseason. So this is the first time ever. So the Raptors are playing the Boston Celtics. Right now, the Raptors are down in the series. Okay, so Game 1 went down during the week. The Raptors did play them last week. It was, I believe, on the Sunday or the Saturday or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But the Raptors did play them, and basically what happened was the Raptors got blown out. That's basically all that happened. The Raptors came in there. They got their ass spanked. They got blown out. I understand why they lost because, let's be real, NBA was going through a situation where the game was basically postponed. The Raptors weren't even supposed to play on that day. They were supposed to play earlier, but basically what happened was there was a situation, I don't want to go all into it right now, but some situation that occurred out in Wisconsin and all the players striked. Players said they're not playing, they protested. Okay, cool. So the Raptors threw Raptors rhythm off. I can see that, but the Raptors did decide to go, so we can't really make any excuses for them. So, anyways, Game 1 came. They got spanked, blown out the window. They got handed to them. They basically just lost that. Cool. I understand. Cool. I didn't even hold that against them. I ended up, I'll say by the third quarter, I just checked out. I didn't even care no more. I was just like, all right, I'm out of here. Like, I was doing other things and whatnot, but. Now, okay, Game 2, it's time to get cracking. It's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Basically, yeah, it's time now. We're in the playoffs. This is a team that the Raptors have had challenges with during the regular season, and now we're facing them in the playoffs. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's see what happens. The Raptors go up against the Boston Celtics tonight. It happened. Basically, the Raptors lost 102-99. Whatever that is. You see what I'm saying? The Raptors basically got handed to them by the Boston Celtics. The Celtics came out. It was a very, very sloppy game by the Raptors. The Raptors basically beat themselves. Raptors currently are having issues with offensive and defensive rebounding. Raptors basically have one player that came out of nowhere. They couldn't even guard him. They couldn't do anything. They basically couldn't even stop him. A guy from the Boston Celtics by the name of Williams. He came out of nowhere. He was just basically grabbing rebounds, dunking all over guys that were throwing up lobs to him. He was getting putbacks. He was basically doing whatever he wanted to do. Okay, the Raptors have no answer for that. Paul Gasol comes in there. He's supposed to be the answer. He comes in there within that time frame, scores about 6 points, 6 fouls. He's out the game. Serge Ibaka, he's had a decent game, but the problem with Serge Ibaka is he's not grabbing rebounds. He's not playing big. What he's doing is he's doing a lot of three-point jump shots. We don't need Serge Ibaka to do three-point jump shots. But the problem is he constantly keeps doing that. And he's not getting checked on that. Nobody's telling him to get in the paint. Kyle Lowry played an excellent game. He went out there. He did his thing. He played really hard. He played really smart. Pascal Siakam. This is the elephant in the room right here. Because as you know, Pascal Siakam did sign a contract for 4 years, $140 million. So he got paid. He got his money. He's basically going to be that. I think that contract starts either next season or it started this season. But Pascal Siakam is getting his paper, and he's getting superstar-like money because they expect superstar-like things from Pascal Siakam. With Kawhi Leonard leaving, Pascal Siakam has to take the load. You know what I mean? He's the one that we're expected to grab the torch and go out there and lead us to the championship. But as of right now, Pascal Siakam is basically playing like a guy who just saw, I don't even know, the boogeyman or something. Like he's not really there. There was a huge topic and there's a huge talk about the matchup between Pascal Siakam and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is a player on the Boston Celtics that has been doing his thing. He's really good, really young player, very talented. A lot of NBA basketball junkies from around the world are talking about who's the better player, Pascal, Jason Tatum. A lot of people have been discussing that since last year. And here they are now. They're both going up against each other. As of right now, Pascal Siakam doesn't even look like he's anywhere close to Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is a good player, but Pascal Siakam, the problem with Pascal Siakam is basically he keeps doing too many post-up moves. He's just too predictable at this point. Like, you know what he's bringing to the table. You know what he's about to do. And that's, a lot of people are kind of like, they're not really too thrilled with how the way Siakam is playing, including myself. I don't think Siakam right now is playing at the level and the caliber that he should be playing at. And that's costing the Raptors heavily because as of right now, he's supposed to be the player to take us to where we need to go to. He's the one supposed to step up and basically lead us to where we need to go. But as of now, he's not really doing all of that. He's not playing his game. His three ball is not going in. There was a couple plays where he stepped out of bounds. Just all types of, just like he's just having like brain farts on the court. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what's going on out there. And basically that's costing the Raptors. OG Anunoby played a really good game, but the problem with OG Anunoby was he fouled three-point shooters in crunch time and like crucial just stupid errors that these guys are doing right now. That's just basically costing us, and we're down 0-2 right now to the Boston Celtics. We should be up. We should be 2-0 to the Boston Celtics, but we're right now losing to the Celtics. So the Raptors right now, Nick Nurse is getting outcoached by Brad Stevens. Like, it's just Nick Nurse, like, the bench mob isn't doing anything. Like, the guys, Terrence Davis, what's this guy's name? I'm so frustrated right now. I can't even get this guy's name right now. But Serge Ibaka out here, he's playing, but he's like the best thing coming off the bench. Norm Powell is not playing good at all. Fred VanVleet, outside of the 3-point shooting, it's kind of like he's not really doing anything. Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Chris Boucher, like, there's so many guys. Like, Raptors bench should be killing the Boston Celtics right now. Raptors bench is the most talked about story of this series, coming into this series. But as of right now, the Raptors bench is just trash. Like, just hands down, straight up trash. They're not doing anything. They're not on their A game. And they're not producing at the level we need them to produce at. Like, they're not putting up those numbers. And right now, it's just kind of like we're at a point where it's just like we don't know where to go. I don't know what Nick Nurse is doing. He may have to switch up the lineup. He may have to bench Siakam. He might have to start Serge Ibaka. Like, he might have to do different things. He has to test certain things out. Because right now, the productivity, we're not getting it from those players. And it's kind of like Kyle Lowry's out there playing like a horse, but it's just like he's the only one producing right now, And it's kind of like Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. They're just killing us right now. They're the three-headed monsters that are just killing us right now, Kemba Walker's also doing his thing on Boston. He's cooking us as well. He had one play where he crossed up... what's his name over here? Serge Ibaka, and just came in and hit that mid-range. And I was like, oh, man, that was a nice move. And it's just like, these guys are doing what they want with the Raptors. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. So, as of right now, Nick Nurse is getting out-coached. Pascal Siakam needs to step up. Masai Ujiri invested and put the franchise tag basically on Siakam. Like, he basically said, yo, this is our guy. This is the guy of the future. He needs to step up. He is the reason why, personally, he needs to take over. Once he takes over and other guys are seeing that, other guys will start to be like, okay, you know what? We got to step up too. Kyle Lowry's doing his part. But it's just like outside of Kyle Lowry, can't just do everything by himself right now. We need everybody else to step up. We need guys to start playing with a higher IQ. The IQ is very low right now what the Raptors are showing. And Boston is just killing the Toronto Raptors. Listen, the Raptors beat themselves tonight. The Boston Celtics did not beat the Toronto Raptors. The Boston Celtics were even making a lot of mistakes, and they had a lot of moments where they had brain farts, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing on the court, and there was a lot of messes up by Boston. But the Raptors were even up at one point. The Raptors, it was just kind of like one of those games where it was like, they're up, and then Boston comes back, and then Boston's up, and then the Raptors come back, then the Raptors up, and then it just kind of, then to the point where it just went right down to the wire. And then basically, yeah, this guy comes in there, and it's just like, there was a point where I believe Siakam, the ball basically flew out of his hands, and just went out of bounds, and then he stepped out of bounds, and it's just like, you know, he keeps doing the post-up move, and nothing's working with the post-up move. Like, it's a very effective move, but it's kind of like, bro, when that move is not working, you got to go to your other things. You got to start figuring out other ways to contribute, other ways to affect the game. And right now, the Raptors are not doing that. I'm frustrated right now, and a lot of Raptors fans are frustrated right now. These are the defending champions. Definitely, Raptors need to shake it up. Nick Nurse has to change up something, and if he doesn't change it up, there's a possibility Raptors are going to pack their bags and they're going to get the hell out of Orlando. And it's not a good look. They got their family out there. You're going to leave with your family. Your family's supposed to only be in the bubble for a short duration of time. But if the Raptors, the way they're playing right now, if they don't keep it up, they're going to possibly be eliminated. So this is something that the Raptors needed to consider and take that into consideration. And they need to just nip in the bud and just try to get this thing going. So as of right now, we can just sit down and wait. I believe Game 3 is going down on Thursday and Game 4 is going down on Saturday. So possibly I may do a live stream. I'm debating. I might do it on Saturday. If the Raptors win on Thursday, there's a 100% chance I will be doing it on Saturday, a live stream for Game 4. But if the Raptors lose, there's a high probability that, I don't know, I might just sit that one out, you know what I mean? And maybe see if they can make it to Game 5 or whatever the case may be. But as of right now, Raptors are in trouble. So we're going to sit down and wait. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the latest news is. You know what I mean? The game just went down. It just completed a couple hours ago. So, all right. It's your guy, El Selector. I'm signing out. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I got more content coming. And just keep watching, follow, subscribe, please. I need more subscribers. All right, so let's get this thing going. Raptors, come on, get this. We got to get this Thursday one. All right. So Raptors Nation and everybody else out there, I'm signing out. Peace.